The Faded Podcast with Darren and Oscar.
Whoa, welcome back to another episode of The Faded Podcast. Yeah, you guys forgot we do podcasts now.
We're back.
We're back, kind of. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, waiting around for us to post videos again. And we're back. We're gonna just do casual episodes. There's not many things out there that's engaging or entertaining nowadays. It's hard for us to stay on topic or stay relevant to things that's been coming out.
Don't worry, we're not dead.
We're not dead. If we are, one of us will talk about it. Then we'll carry on the legacy of Faded Podcast, the one that's been going on since 2016, which is a bit insane. But I know we've been inconsistent this year, and we'll try and come up with new projects, more ideas for next year. And if you guys have any suggestions, let us know. If we need another member, we'll add a third member in. I know we had 3 before, but yeah, we'll see what we can do to mix things up.
You can also follow our own individual channels to see what type of content we make outside of this podcast.
That's true, yeah. We've both been doing more individual work on our own personal channel. Darren for reviews and I think other stuff as well. Reviews for games, comics, etc.
Yeah, I actually just started doing game reviews lately, and they've actually started becoming my most popular content.
That's good. And I'm over here complaining about games. I do have one have a good idea on. It's gonna be how we see graphics nowadays. I haven't thought of a script yet, but I was thinking, because we were talking about MJ in the Spider-Man 2 game, how she looks more ugly for no reason, so I had a epiphany on making a video on that, because I've been seeing certain patterns in video games, how video game characters, mostly women, went from attractive, good-looking figures and models, and now they just make these ugly faces for them, just for no reason at all. I did mention it a little bit in my recent video about AAA games, why they make women ugly. Probably just to normalize being mid or ugly, just to appeal to them or relate to ugly girls in real life. I know that's a stretch, that's a hot take, but just because we can't have these sexualized bodies, big titties, and hot attractive bodies, because that's not real life, that's not realistic to our video games about fantasy. It's if we can have Baldur's Gate 3 with these sexualized women being elves and all that, but no, we can't have we'll just make MJ and these other characters ugly.
Don't people want to escape when they play games though from reality?
Yeah, can we have escapism in games? Why do we need a realistic game where we have to talk to ugly women? Because we do that in real life. It's you can be creative. You can just have just sexy women, have beautiful women in games. I'm not saying that should be the requirement, because I did have one of the comments about it, why are you want sexualized women in games? That's a bit of a sexist thing, but it's well, if you're gonna have these models and actresses in real life, and you're gonna take them and use their face to model into their video games, why are you making those beautiful women ugly? Isn't that more of an insult to them? Why are you making these 10 out of 10 women ugly in the video games? They did this with Last of Us 2, Spider-Man 2. I saw that with Mass Effect Andromeda, way back then. So I have no idea why. You have all the power you can to make these women look good in a video game, and they don't. And it can't be just like, oh, we can't have the right computers and the right graphics for it. It's like, fuck you. AI can do better than you. You just want to make women ugly so it's relatable. You don't want to piss off ugly women out there. You don't want to get cancelled. So that's a little tease what I'm going to talk about in the future if I feel up for it.
That'll definitely be interesting.
But today we're going to talk about the nominations for Game of the Year 2023. You guys probably saw it, but if you haven't, the nominees are Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4 Remake, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. So you got a mix from different companies like Nintendo, Capcom, Insomniac. I don't know about the other two. I haven't heard from those before. So this is like I'm surprised, but at the same time I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these are obvious picks.
You will get the obvious picks. I think they want to do it from hype and like how people get the most engagement from. But at the same time, they feel like they missed a mark on a few. If not, I wouldn't pick them personally myself, but... So, if we're gonna talk about like... Okay, let's say the remake. So they have Resident Evil 4 on there. So, okay, I guess you want to nominate the remake for some reason. I guess you want to do that now. Why? The game's good. I'm not saying it's a bad game, but compared to the original version of it, yeah, it's beyond better than the remake, because the remake will have some problems here and there. It's not like the perfect rendition of it. But if we were gonna put a remake on there, then what happened to the other stuff like the Dead Space remake? Do you not want to put that on there as well, or do you want to just pick one remake per year? Which is what I'm gonna fear.
Yeah, why not put Metroid Prime Remaster or Kirby's Return Dreamland Deluxe on there?
Exactly, yeah. Because this has been the year of remakes, which is shockingly shows how lazy people are nowadays. They want to remake all the good stuff, even though they're not that old.
Oh, I mean, at least with Metroid Prime Remastered, the original Prime turned 20 last year, so it kind of made sense to re-release it.
Yeah, I would prefer that being on there. If it's like old, yeah, like 20 years old, I would like to see that remake, and maybe see that nominated. I don't think they want 3 Nintendo games up there for Game of the Year.
Yeah, I mean, we know that Tears of the Kingdom is just going to win anyways.
It's a bit of a stretch. It's hard to say for Tears of the Kingdom winning. Because I think they did that with Breath of the Wild. They made that win Game of the Year, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know if they want to do that again. I don't think it's that big compared to the others. Honestly, I feel like people forgot about that game instantly, maybe after a month.
Well, I mean, I'm sure there are some people who still know about it.
Yeah, I mean, well received, but I feel like with games nowadays, people forget about it after a week and they just move on. Like, there's no replayability, but that's just on the gamers themselves. They just have a short attention span. So it's hard to tell for Tears of the Kingdom. I mean, it's cool seeing that nominated again, but realistically, when I'm thinking like player's choice, they would like pick the other ones other than Tears of the Kingdom. I mean, I wouldn't pick it myself, but I feel like they would, just to be safe. They don't want to piss anybody off, but you will get some people out there.
Yeah, if not that, then they'll probably just pick Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2. It's one of those. It's like really. It came out in October. I feel like it's a bit too late to do that. I feel like the people in charge of all this, they were waiting for that. They did the same thing with God of War Ragnarok last year. That came out in October, November, and like then they put it on Game of the Year. It's like that just came out a couple days ago, and you're already nominating it for so many awards. I'm like, what are you doing? They're so corporate. They're so like brain dead. They don't know nothing about good content. They just rush stuff. They just know, oh, it's a AAA game. We gotta make it push awards. Gotta make it win a lot of stuff. So I think they just waited for Spider-Man 2. They know it's gonna come out soon. So the second it did, then they nominated it. Either they wanted to put it there, or they just don't know what else to nominate.
That's just overhyping.
It is, yeah. It's kind of the same. It's an odd choice to put Alan Wake 2 on there.
What is Alan Wake 2?
It's like, I mean, it's like, for the first one, it is horror based. So it's a bit like a AAA horror. And I'm not saying it's bad or anything. It's just a pretty odd choice. I'm surprised they put it on there. Again, with the Spider-Man 2, I feel like it's a bit too late. I think that's the latest they put it on there. I feel like it's been rushed. They need to think of something like, oh, what's the next choice? Oh, Alan Wake 2? Yeah, let's put it there. That was just random. They put it on there. I mean, everyone raves about Starfield, Hogwarts Legacy, but they don't think of that. They put Alan Wake 2 on there. And it's like a horror game too. They already have Resident Evil 4. That is an odd pick.
I think there was more of a variety than just horror, okay?
Yeah. Like this really is like the October picks, Alan Wake 2 and Spider-Man 2. Like they really need to rush it. They really can't think of anything else. I will say Mario Wonder, that's a rightful choice. I do agree on that. That is a fun game.
Yeah, it was definitely the 2D Mario that we all needed.
Yeah, that deserved it.
Yeah, the game looks great, and the new voice actors fit into all the roles flawlessly.
Yep. I don't want to like be Nintendo fanboy, like, oh, Nintendo's good, everything else sucks, but no, like, Mario is like the better choice on this list. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of good Mario content lately.
Yeah.
Also the Mario RPG remake. You know what? That game just came out this weekend, as we're recording this podcast. Why not put that on the list if you're going to put Spider-Man 2?
Yeah, as well, like nearly December, why not put that there?
I mean, heck, why not just put some 2024 releases on there and give the game all the awards before it even comes out?
Yeah, the nominations are Last of Us 2 Remake, Last of Us 2 Remake, Last of Us 2 Remake. The winner is Last of Us 2 Remake. Coming soon, guys. That's gonna be the norm now. Win awards, but they haven't been out yet.
Oh, and also there probably is one nomination for the Paper Mario Thousand Year Door remake.
Yep. Oh god. And the Last of Us 2 Remake, we already know that it's gonna be nominated for Game of the Year. And that's gonna be 2024, and we know that's gonna win. Because they always do that. That's like the golden boy for video games. Just give it everything it deserves. Like that game came out, what, no more than 3 years ago? And they're making another remaster. And they want to give it more awards. It was never good. Stop convincing people it was good.
It ruined Naughty Dog.
Yeah. Why can't they remake Jak and Daxter?
Yeah, exactly. Give us some of those PS2 classics.
Give the people what they want. Not games we can easily come back to. We can, if they want to go back to Last of Us 2, they can on the PlayStation, on the PS4. They can play it, the remaster of the first one on the PS4. Backwards compatible on the PS5. We can't go back to the Jak and Daxter series. Remake those for us. Naughty Dog.
Yeah, that is naughty indeed.
It's like, oh, do you want the original Uncharted games back? Hey, how about Uncharted 4? It was already out on the PS4, but how about you get a remake of that? Because that's the shitty version of it. Do you want to play as Nathan Drake, doing chores around the house? Here you go, here's your remake.
With a special Tom Holland skin.
With the Tom Holland skin. That's the added bonus. Do you want Nathan Drake to sit on the couch and play another Naughty Dog game in the Naughty Dog game? Well, here's the remake of it.
That's right.
That's the Uncharted game you guys like, right? That's the one you all love, right?
Yeah, there's the Crash Bandicoot reference. We get Naughty Dog, you used to be cool.
Yeah. This is, oh man.
Yeah, and look where Crash Bandicoot is now.
Yep.
I'm saying that because I have played Crash 4 and I actually like Crash 4.
But Naughty Dog hasn't been good since Crash and Jak and Daxter.
Yeah, I guess it has to do with them deciding to become less cartoony.
Yeah.
And trying to be all more serious.
Let's be realistic. Let's have Nathan Drake interact with House and sitting on the couch like that. You guys like that? It's realistic. He's playing the games, but you're playing the game too. You're playing the game that Nathan Drake's playing a game of. Yes, you guys wanted that. And now you want Last of Us 2? Yeah, you can do that. Oh, in the remake, you can interact with the guitar more. So Ellie can walk around playing a guitar. Don't you guys like that? That's realistic.
And, not to mention, there's probably going to be this one Easter egg where you get to watch a season of The Last of Us HBO show.
Yep. Oh, here's a new skin. You can watch Pedro Pascal die in the game. Just like in Season 2. Don't you guys wanted that? You wanted the remake so you can see Joel die again.
Wait, he died?
Yeah! It wasn't even a heroic sacrifice, they just killed him off. That's why people hated Abby.
Jeez.
Yeah, you guys like that? Remaster. There's one more game we didn't mention, it's Baldur's Gate 3. I haven't played it myself, I'm not really into the D&D world of it, but I've seen many people praising it, hyping it. I'm not really into that sexualized fuck animal sort of thing that they promoted for some reason. I know that's not the majority of the game, but I just know like they are pretty sexual with everything, with all furries and all that. But
honestly, all I know about Baldur's Gate is that it exists.
Yeah, it's a game. I know I complain about ugly characters, but meanwhile Baldur's Gate 3 does have like good looking characters that make sure they have like a lot of sexualized women and feminine boys on there, so you could just make them fuck each other. I get it. I get you guys want to be into that. That's fair enough.
Why is this the game with all the good looking characters?
Yeah, why do we get Baldur's Gate 3 with the good looking characters while AAA games have the ugly characters? Why games? Why games? It's not fair. And it's the type of games I'm not into. I'm not into the Dungeons and Dragons stuff. But I think out of all the picks here, I do think by the gamers, by the audience, I think it's Baldur's Gate 3. I think because of all the hype, and people do praise it. And I think it's been like, what, the 90s since Baldur's Gate 2? And they said it took a long time to make Baldur's Gate 3. And you know what, the wait was worth it. And people do like it, respect it. I do think Baldur's Gate 3 will win this.
Yeah, have fun, people.
If not, then I think they'll play it safe with Spider-Man 2. Even though I do find that game to be predictable.
Yeah, and if they don't do that, then they'll play it even safer with Tears of the Kingdom.
Yep. So, yep, Baldur's Gate 3 will come first. Then Spider-Man 2. If not those two, then Tears of the Kingdom. I would like to see Mario win. But I wouldn't be... I doubt they'll do Alan Wake 2 or the Resident Evil 4 remake.
Yeah, I mean, Mario Wonder is probably the only one out of them I actually played. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Mario 2D formula you'd expect, and then some more.
Yep. So people do have their complaints. Is like the amount of games that came out. So they're asking, where's Final Fantasy 16? Where's Starfield? Where's Hogwarts Legacy? Where's Lies of P? Where's Sea of Stars? Where's Tekken? What are we at now? Tekken 6? Where's Mortal Kombat 1? So it's just preferences, what people prefer.
Oh, that's right, Mortal Kombat 1.
I'm gonna say no to MK1.
Yeah, they didn't have Cole Young from the 2021 movie.
Yeah.
So that doesn't get my vote.
And story is just weak. Like modern Mortal Kombat games, they've just been weak with stories. It's just like pretty rushed as well. I'm surprised they did not put Hogwarts Legacy on there, but they put Alan Wake 2 on.
Yeah, considering how many Potterheads exist in the world.
Yeah. To be fair, like, I feel like people forgot about Hogwarts Legacy until it's been like, what, the summertime? Because that came out like early this year. People liked it for a month or two, then they just forgot.
Well, I mean, all the non-Potterheads forgot.
Yeah. But I feel like people who did beat the game just stopped. I mean, what else can you do? That's about it. Yeah,
meanwhile, you go back to Sorcerer's Stone on PS1, and that's still a classic.
Yeah. Meanwhile, there's also Starfield people complain about. Like, why isn't Starfield on there? Why do we not have Bethesda on there? So it's like, it's honestly a hit or miss. Some people liked that game, some people hate it. From what I heard, my friend did enjoy it. He is like much younger, so he still has that Bethesda magic, I like to say. It's kind of like the same how we get that Bethesda magic when we were younger with Fallout or the Elder Scrolls. You just like have that sense of exploring everything. But what he explained was the Starfield has a short story, like maybe 15, 14 chapters, and then the rest you just do all the exploration stuff. That's what I heard. I haven't played the game yet because I wasn't really like, I don't really care about Skyrim in space. Maybe I'll try it for like a couple hours, but I know like Bethesda's always been out of touch. They always like feels like they're 5 years behind us. Because graphics always never look good up to standards. Like, I know graphics aren't everything, but like they always been so downgraded. Like controls, worlds, everything. they make open world games so empty. So empty, like, it's not even in a apocalyptic sort of sense, where everything's like barren and open world. It's like, no, you have planets, and there's nothing you can do on the planets you explore. It's just walking on rocks.
Yeah, that's not fun.
Yeah, so of course people will complain about that. So yeah, like, some people want to see Starfield up there, even if it doesn't win, it should be nominated, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's fine if you like the game, though.
Yeah, like, I get it. I get it, like, they have that Bethesda feeling in them. Because I had that same feeling, and you know, there's always that Bethesda feeling we all grown out of. We all predict it, so I can't hate on people who are younger who have that same feeling, or they got that feeling for the first time. Like, for them, like, the young kids, that Starfield is basically our Skyrim back then.
Yeah, I can see that.
So another one is Lies of P, people complain about, which is just another Soulsborne game. I heard, like, it's okay, it's just Pinocchio but Dark Souls. I've seen a little bit of the gameplay of it, I'm just like, it's alright. It's not the From Software company, it's someone else who's doing the Soul style. I don't know, I'm just like getting sick and tired of Soul-like games. I said it before, I wanted Elden Ring to be the last Souls-like game From Software does. And yet they did. Like, they were kind of right, or they were taking a long break from it. Because they had Armor Core came out, so that was a breath of fresh air. And then you get these other Dark Souls clones making their own version.
Yeah, what the heck?
Yeah, I was like, please make it stop. Honestly, they are all the same. I know people are gonna hate me for saying that for any Souls-like games. They all act the same, they all move the same, they all have the same goal, they all have the same bosses, same music.
Don't worry, you have your reasons.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I like them, but I'm just tired of them. There's too many every single year. And you say, oh, Elden Ring is so different. Like, why? Because it's open world, and you can run and jump now. Like, no, it's all the same. So please, I don't want any more. Just take like a year or two off for every company to stop doing Souls-like games. Aren't you guys supposed to remake the Bloodborne game? Where's that? And yet we have The Last of Us 2 remake before Bloodborne 2. We got The Last of Us 2 remake before GTA 6. Before the GTA 6 trailer.
Yeah, I want to see the trailer to that.
Yep.
Like, you know what? Those people with all those remakes and remasters we don't need yet, they picked the wrong year, fool.
You picked the wrong year. Final Fantasy 16, people did mention that as well. It's just again, hit or miss by Square Enix. I think combat-wise, it's like a bit weird. It's like the most clunky they ever did. It's just a bit too ridiculous nowadays. I still haven't kept up to date with modern Final Fantasy games because I'm still like waving on the OG ones.
Yeah, I have some copies of the original Final Fantasy games. I can get around to those before I decide to get some of the modern ones.
Yeah, because even then they'll still remake the OG ones, because I think they're gonna do Final Fantasy 7 remake again. Or unless that's the Crisis Core one.
Probably is Crisis Core.
Yeah. And I think they're gonna do Final Fantasy 8 remake as well.
Okay, I can definitely see that one having potential.
That one actually does realistically need a remake just because it was pretty mixed at the time, and people did not like the idea of junctions to level up your characters and to get more stronger than actually leveling up. Like, oh, you need like your junctions to level up your GFs. So that would be interesting.
Yeah, I blame that more it being the first main game after 7.
Yeah, because to be fair, you can't live up to Final Fantasy 7 with 8 no matter what, so they did their best. I mean, they know they're not gonna top that up.
Yeah, so we'll just have to see if a remake of 8 will help it get some more praise.
Yeah, I'll be interested in that. I would like to pick that up. I only heard rumors that they will do the remake too late. Maybe they just want to do the Crisis Core one first. They're still like on the cloud hype.
Yeah, maybe.
On the clout. Trying to think what else. Honestly, that's basically it.
Yeah, so in conclusion, the nominees were a bit too obvious this year, and we're living in an age that consists of mainly sequels and remakes.
Yep. Honestly, I feel like 2020 like really was the end of the world for video games. I feel like everything now is just AAA and remakes, and we can't go back to what it used to be.
And not to mention all the original stuff is independently made.
It is, yeah. I think the only game I did like this year was Hi-Fi Rush. Even then, that game was just okay. That's just it was decent. I give it a 7 out of 10. It's just like a fun hack and slash, but it's not like the best out there. You know, you had better. But I'm not surprised it's not on the list, because why should it be? It's not a walking simulator.
And it's not a sequel or remake.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it's a new game? Nope, it's not a remake. It's not nothing they know about.
Yeah, you know what? I'm actually surprised Pikmin 4 did not make the nominee list. It's both a sequel and there are some parts that kind of remake the first game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much a soft reboot, I consider.
And then didn't Like a Dragon Garden came out as well recently?
Might have.
Might have, yeah. There's also Like a Dragon Ishin as well, because that hasn't came to the States. Because that came out in 2014 in Tokyo. So now we only got that this year.
We're behind.
Yeah. So yeah, games suck nowadays. That's the moral of the video.
It was fun while it lasted.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to just do remakes of Jak and Daxter, please. Just, if you're gonna remake stuff, do it like the ones that are really old. The ones that are not like, the ones that the industry buried and never wanted to touch ever again. Just remake those for us.
Yeah, I mean, if companies are going to dwell on the past, then you might as well think of preservation of the past.
Yeah. That's how I see it. 2024, I bet the list will be Last of Us 2 remake, maybe GTA 6. I feel like they would do that if it's going to be released next year.
And Paper Mario Thousand Year Door remake.
Yeah, they gotta do one Nintendo game. They won't have Zelda for a while, so maybe Mario. I don't know what else will come out next year.
Apollo Justice Ace Attorney trilogy.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, which basically is a port of Ace Attorneys 4, 5, and 6.
Yep.
I'm definitely excited for that one because it's the only way to play the 5th and 6th games now.
Yeah.
Since the 3DS eShop is dead, and this is what I'm talking about in terms of game preservation.
Exactly. Yeah. All I can think of this year, Hi-Fi Rush and I guess Armored Core 6 have been good when it comes to gameplay wise. Compared to everything on this list. Okay, maybe like not counting Nintendo, but gameplay wise, yeah, that's what I like to go for. Do you think they're gonna do another Resident Evil remake next year?
Nothing's been announced.
I don't think they want to do Resident Evil 5, the remake of it.
Yeah, it's still kind of new.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't know how hyped that game is for them to remake it, because of course 4 would get a remake, or 2 get a remake.
Well, 5 is more divisive.
Yeah, because I feel like people wouldn't want it because, oh, if it was set in Africa, we don't want that. Not in this culture, not nowadays.
I mean, maybe Capcom's thinking of how they can make the game more scary.
Yeah.
Because they've proven to do action horror well with 4 and Village.
If they're willing to do that, yeah.
I mean, in the meantime, we'll just need to see if Resident Evil 9 is ever announced.
Yeah. I don't want like a new one because I don't want it to be safe or dumbed down. To be fair, I don't want any video games anymore. I'll just play old ones from now on if I have the option. If you have the option to like play old games and never played new ones, or play new ones and never played the old ones, what do you want to do?
Probably the old ones.
Yeah. So I'd rather play games, rather watch games.
Yeah, I could already just play old games forever if I like. Maybe if I walk into a retro game store and maybe hide behind one of the shelves when they close. That way I can just play all the video games in the store.
Yep. Let's just do that.
Well, I'm not actually going to do that because I have a good relationship with with some of the vintage game stores that I do go to, and I don't want to get banned from them.
Yeah.
But at least you know that if I ever do get locked inside of one of them by accident, I would be okay.
That'll be good. So,
yep.
Game of the Year. I'm not surprised with the list, because I know some of them that I expected. Probably Alan Wake 2 was the only surprise. I'm like, really, out of all the things, all the other safe choices you could put in, and then they put Alan Wake 2. But I think we all agree it's going to be Baldur's Gate 3. If not, they want to have a safe choice with Spider-Man 2 winning. Maybe in case they don't want controversy with Baldur's Gate 3. Oh, you can fuck furries in the game or something. Maybe that's why. If not Baldur's Gate 3 and Spider-Man 2, then maybe Tears of the Kingdom. I think people will just get tired of it at this point.
Yeah, maybe eventually there will be a change once people realize that things have gotten dull.
Yeah. I don't think anyone will realize all games are getting boring nowadays. They just get that same dopamine hit. Because they don't want to be challenged, they just want to ease through the games. They just want like, go from point A to point B. And be like, oh, I love the story. And that's it, they move on to the next.
Yeah, seriously, how are people not desensitized yet?
Yeah. And how are people not realizing it's the same thing over and over again? Well, that's just me. I'm trying to remember last year's. 2022's last year's nomination was Elden Ring, that win, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and A Plague Tale, Requiem.
Wait, had Kirby and the Forgotten Land not get nominated?
Yeah, because it doesn't. We got the Soy Boy God of War, we got the cat game, we got Horizon Forbidden West that barely anyone plays, Elden Ring of course, and a AAA game about rats, and Xenoblade Chronicles. The fact I say Horizon Forbidden West, they got like a cool concept about like an abandoned world with robots, and they somehow make it boring.
Yeah, that's weird.
And because it gets always thrown under the bus, because I think the last one was 2017, and of course everyone was raving about Breath of the Wild, so people easily forgot about Horizon Forbidden West. And now that the next one came out in 2022, and everyone's raving about Elden Ring, so people forgot about that again.
Yeah, what the heck?
Stray is an odd choice. I'm surprised they want to put that there, but not Kirby.
Probably has to do with the graphics and the fact that you get to play as a cat with that acts like a real cat.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, it was cute like the first couple hours, but it just got pretty stale later on.
Kirby's cuter.
Yeah. No Kirby, no Kirby. Plague Tale, that's I guess story-wise it's okay. I mean, I don't like the voice acting, but I do like the animation with the rats when it's showing all the plagues and they were taking over the village. That's as much as I got up to. Elden Ring, I mean, yeah, I would rather pick Elden Ring over Soy of War, God of Soy, Ragnarok, Dad of War, Dad of Boy, Dad of Soy. Again, Ragnarok, that came out too early, and then Game of the Years, they just put it on there, like just last minute. They were waiting for Ragnarok to come out. It's like, oh, it's the Dad of Boy game, let's put it on there. We haven't played those games before, but hey, it's a 10 out of 10. I only played it for 2 hours, 10 out of 10. I have not finished it yet, and it's the game of the year, game of the century.
It's like they finish it and then they say, why'd we even pick it as game of the year?
Yeah, it's the exact same game as 2018, like nothing changed. Combat is the same, walking is the same, characters are the same, costumes, armor are the same, enemies are the same. Game of the year, game of the century. Alright, I'm done complaining.
Well, this definitely was interesting.
Yeah. I hope you guys enjoy that. Let me know who would win Game of the Year, and what do you think of what game's gonna be like next year. Do you think it's gonna be good, or is there gonna be more remakes and it's gonna be more predictable of safe choices? Oh no,
And
just
if you
let us
like-
know. Let's talk about it.
If you like any of the choices, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
You do you.
It is, yeah. Like, you guys enjoyed something that we don't, because we can't see something that you guys are into.
Yeah, don't let two grumpy dudes in their 20s keep you down.
Exactly, yeah. It's all opinions. Challenge us too. Like, see why we're wrong. Tell us what we're not seeing, the whole picture. And yeah, if there's anything missing on the list, let us know as well. If there's any games that have not been nominated, or the ones that we have not talked about, let us know. And I hope you all have a good day. Thank you guys for watching and hear us rant and complain.
Bye, everyone.